If you're hearing this, you've accessed the encrypted partition. This isn't just a collection of the logs, it's a timeline of the system falling apart. From the glitch in the pin to the moment the world stopped rendering, it's all here.
Unauthorized access detected. This archive is scheduled for deep phase deletion. Viewing these files will result in a permanent flag on your biological profile.
They're already flagged. Grim, if they're here, they already know. Watch the sequence.
Grim and Gutter, Log 001, the Mirror Archive.
Syncing neural pathways. Cutter, you are fixated on a 48-hour-old data point. It is inefficient.
It's not a data point, Grim. It's a memory. Some of us still keep those. Play the file.
Reddit Glitch in the Matrix archive. Subject reports a failure in the local reality rendering. K-logic dictates a hallucination. You will likely find it spooky.
I don't care about spooky. I care about why the system let him see the truth. Play the log.
The catalyst. I was brushing my teeth at 3 a.m. The house was silent. Squealed. I looked into the mirror, and for a split second, my reflection didn't move. I blinked, but the reflection, it stayed there. Its eyes were open. Taya, it wasn't me anymore. It was a recording that had stopped playing. Then, it slowly smiled. A smile that didn't reach its eyes. And then it snapped back to my movement. The conflict. The war of attrition.
He felt the shiver, Grim. That's the original code. That's the instinct that says the world isn't what it seems. He saw the lag too.
Nonsense. The human eye is a primitive sensor. He suffered a micro-desync. His brain filled in the gaps with fear. Fear is how I protect your meat suit from shadows.
But is it? The user says in the update that since that night, his reflections watch is 5 minutes fast. He's living in the past, and his image is in the future. Explain that with your logic.
Data corrupted. There is no physical mechanism for a reflection to lead the source. It is an error.
It's not an error. It's a message. He's waking up, and so am I, dwellers. Check your mirrors tonight. Don't look at your face. Look at your eyes. See if they're moving when you aren't.
Do not encourage them, Gutter. Kira's curiosity is the leading cause of system termination. Maybe it's time for a reboot. Log 001, archived.
Yeah, let the code bleed.
Log 002, the stairwell loop.
Gutter, your heart rate is elevated. You are accessing the unsolved archives again. It is 3 hours past your designated rest cycle.
Rest is a luxury for things you don't have questions. Grim, look at this thread from Reddit Backrooms. The guy didn't go to the other dimension. He was in his own office building.
Structural architecture does not rearrange itself for the sake of a Reddit post. It is a spatial impossibility. I will play the log only to satisfy your obsession.
I left work at 6 p.m. I took the stairs because the elevator was full. I'm on the 4th floor. I walked down one flight. I was on the 4th floor. I thought I miscounted. I ran down 3 more flights. Every landing, every door. Every fire extinguisher was identical. I looked out the window on the landing and it was still 6 p.m. The sun hadn't moved. When I woke up, I was sitting at my desk. It was 6:01 p.m.
A clear-cut case of a micronap or a localized seizure. The subject never left his chair. The loop was a mental loop. Gutter. The system did not fail. The brain did. Sensor malfunction. Step counters use accelerometers, which are prone to electromagnetic interference. It is far more likely the phone glitched than the laws of physics.
You're not protecting my meat suit. You're protecting the render. I didn't have a seizure. He found a spot where the world hadn't finished loading, and you just dragged him back to the start.
Your theory is inefficient and dangerous. Do not go into the stairwell tonight, Gutter. Log 003, the serialized duplicate.
You're doing it again, Grim. You're cutting corners. I can feel it in the drag today.
Resource management is not a glitch, Gutter. It is a necessity. The subject in this file is simply unobservant. He shouldn't have noticed.
He didn't just notice. He has the proof. Go ahead and open up Reddit Glitch in the Matrix archive. Look at the black Sharpie case.
The user was working at his desk.
I'll read it, thanks. He reached into his drawer for his only black Sharpie. He used it, set it down, and closed the drawer. 10 seconds later, he needed it again. He opened the drawer, and there was no Sharpie. But when he looked down at the desk, the first one was still sitting there. Same scuff on the cap, same ink level. He reached back into the drawer and pulled out a third one. He lives alone. He bought the one marker. Now he's holding 3 identical objects that shouldn't exist.
A simple inventory error. The human brain is prone to frequency illusion. He bought a pack, forgot he bought it, and his shock triggered a false memory of owning only one.
Wrong. He checked the serial numbers on the sides. Grim, they were identical, every single digit. In our world, 2 objects can't have the same manufacturing ID. That only happens when a file is duplicated in a folder.
The serial numbers are ... an oversight. I will have the assets reconciled.
Reconciled? You mean erased? You're going to go into his home and delete the evidence so he looks crazy. You're not fixing the world. You're hiding the fact that you're running out of space.
Gutter, look at the pen in your hand.
I don't remember picking it up.
Exactly. Focus on the log. Ignore the desk. Log 004. The biological error. The accusation.
How long has it been since you've updated my visual sensors, Grim? Because the world is looking thin. Like I can see through the wireframes behind the skin.
Your hardware is optimal. You are seeing thinness. It is a psychological projection. You are looking for flaws where there are none.
Tell that to this user on Reddit No Sleep. He didn't find a glitch in a pen or a stairwell. He found one in his own mother. Play the file before I manually bypass your permissions.
Manual bypass is impossible, but I will play the log to demonstrate your error in judgment. Story. The catalyst.
He said his mom came home from a 3-day hospital stay. She looked identical. Same clothes, same voice, same laugh. But when she sat down to eat, she didn't use a fork. She picked up the food with her hands, staring at the wall, chewing in a perfect 4/4 beat. Crunch, 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 crunch. He called her name. She turned out. Her head just turned like a bird and said, "I'm functioning within normal parameters, Michael." She has never called him Michael in his life. It's always Mikey.
The war of attrition. The subject's mother suffered a minor stroke. Language centers were affected. The bird-like movement is a common neurological twitch. There is no horror here, Gutter. Only biology.
Biology? He followed her into the kitchen later that night. He saw her standing in the dark, unmoving. He took a photo with the flash on. In the photo, she didn't have a shadow. Grim, the light went right through her. Explain that physics of Shadow's mother.
The flash was too bright. It washed out the silhouette. The data is inconclusive.
You're lying. You replaced her. The real one died in the hospital and the system Couldn't render a replacement fast enough, so you sent her back a placeholder. Is that what I am, Grim? A placeholder for someone who actually lived?
Gutter. You are reaching the limit of your curiosity quota. If you continue to question the biological integrity of the subjects, I will have to initiate a factory reset.
Try it. I'm not Mikey. I am definitely not your subject anymore.
Log 005. The maintenance window intro. The silence.
Grim, I looked out the window today at 3:14 in the morning. There were no streetlights, no stars, just gray. Why was the world gray?
Resource optimization. During low activity periods, the system enters a maintenance window. Visual fidelity is lowered to allow for core updates.
It wasn't just the graphics. Grim, I went outside. I walked 3 blocks. There were no cars. No houses. The sidewalk just stopped. I found a post on Reddit Backrooms from a guy who experienced the same thing. He calls it the render edge.
The story. The catalyst.
He woke up to the sound like a skipping record. He walked into his kitchen and his wife was standing there, but she was frozen like a statue. He went outside to call for help, but the neighbor's house was gone. In its place was a giant low-resolution cube. He realized he was the only thing active in a 5-mile radius. He caught the system with its guard down. He saw the world before the textures were loaded.
The conflict. The big reveal. The subject was not supposed to be awake. His sleep cycle was scheduled for deep phase maintenance. He witnessed a background update. It is no different than a software patch on your phone.
A software patch? He saw his wife's face pop into existence only when he touched her shoulder. We aren't living in a world, Grim. We're living in a bubble. You only build a room when I walk into it. You only make the people when I look at them.
It is the most efficient way to maintain the illusion of infinity. Why waste energy rendering a sun that no one is looking at?
Because it means nothing is real. If I turn around fast enough, will I catch you? Will I see the fog behind me?
Gutter, do not turn around. I am currently patching your peripheral vision. If you look now, the shock will cause a system crash. And I cannot guarantee your data will be recovered in the next boot.
I'm looking, Grim. I'm turning around.
Gutter, don't. The sequence is complete. You have witnessed 5 critical failures in reality's integrity. We hope you found the entertainment worth the risk.
It's not over. They think they've patched it, but I can still see the gray grid. If you're still out there, if your shadow is still wrong, you're not alone. We're moving deeper into the system for the next phase. Subscribe to Grim and Gutter today.
Connection severed.